What's up, guys? It's our wrestling podcast coming back at you with another episode. This is Dave Vicious, along with Just a Total Package, and Craig, the British Bulldog, bringing you our perspective on the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry, just stories from the diehards, sharing opinions with you. Today's topic: whatever happened to King Kong Bundy? For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Or watch our videos on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. And look to your left for several other video options if you wish. And please give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P 2019. You can do Facebook too if you're weird like that and want to attend reunions for 10 people after 30
And
years.
don't forget to go fuck yourself.
There you go. There it is.
Bundy.
What was that, Jess? Bundy stealing money? You want to talk about that one more time?
Bundy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do this because he's not in the Hall of Fame. It's kind of ridiculous, but I think at the end we're going to kind of find out why. They all file lawsuits at some shit, and they piss Vince off at some point in time. And so then Vince is just like, no, you're never getting in my Hall of Fame that doesn't really have any, like, criteria or anything like that, and blah, blah, blah. So, but Bundy hopefully soon. Bundy has main evented a WrestleMania. Bundy was a main event in a main event program. And Bruce Pritchard's story on his podcast was famous because Ernie Ladd was running a territory or a head booker or something like that. I can't remember.
Ernie the Cat Lad.
Yeah, Ernie the Cat Lad. And Bundy was there early in his career before WWF. And every time, like, he would go out there and Bundy knew he was big or whatever, so he'd be a little lazy sometimes when he would lay in his shots or do his splash or whatever. And every time he would come back to get his payday, Ernie Ladd was always like, Bundy, stealing money from me, Bundy. Stealing money from me, like while he's giving his paycheck, basically saying like he's the shit. You're the shits, Bundy. You're the shits.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so good shit.
That's funny.
There you go. See? Perfect timing. Look at that. Let's jump right on in.
I timed it out for you, Bundy. I don't know.
King Kong Bundy, his real name, Christopher Allen Paley,
Bundy,
right?
King Kong Bundy's better, I think.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy
Yeah.
really should be his legal
Better
name.
than-
I hope
Better
it
than
was.
Christopher Allen Paley's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was an American professional wrestler and actor, best known for his time in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE. In the 1980s and 1990s, Paley's began training under Larry Sharp at the Monster
Factory,
One of the-
Bundy.
The Monster Factory.
Bam Bam
One
Bigelow
of the
was
mo-
there. There's other big names that were there too.
Yeah, he made his professional debut in 81 and wrestled under the name Chris Canyon. That's interesting because we,
And his tag phrase, I don't know if you guys know, was "Who's better than Canyon?" Okay, it wasn't. I'm just kidding.
that's right.
That's
And later adopted the name Big Daddy Bundy.
Big Daddy Bundy is stealing money from me, Bundy.
we're getting closer.
His gimmick was refined and world-class.
Refined
Championship
Bundy!
Wrestling, WCCW. In Texas, the name King Kong Bundy was inspired by a combination of the movie monster King Kong and the serial killer Ted Bundy. I said, who are we doing, Ted Bundy, today? Didn't really know what was going to happen.
Murdering
He was
people,
named after
Bundy.
Ted Bundy?
Huh? What'd you say?
Did Dave say he was named after Ted Bundy?
Yeah, that was part of
yeah,
his.
that's
Yeah,
what I
it was. Yeah, it was part of
Yeah.
his. The name Bundy was from that or whatever. Like, 'cause
Oh,
he's
wow.
like,
I
King
did not
Kong
know
and
that.
Ted
That's-
Bundy. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Bundy.
There you go. Mm-hmm. I mean, Ted Bundy, that's quite a role model to
Bundy.
put yourself
Yeah.
after.
Yeah,
And I think I might have left it out too, but in the World Class Championship Wrestling, he feuded with the Von Erichs, and he had a full head of hair for a time period.
Did he really?
And
Wow.
yeah, so he had a match where he lost and he had to shave it, and that ended up being his look. He shaved it, and then he said, "Well, I'm going to shave my eyebrows too," and because he wanted to look menacing.
Oh,
and
my God.
Fucking, he was a huge white egg, is basically what King Kong
Well,
Bundy
that'll
was.
do it.
What did Monsoon always call him? The walking condominium. I love that fucking phrase.
WCCW, Bundy clashed with the famous Von Erich family because that's what you do there. Texas wrestling royalty, his battles
You
with
do that,
Kevin,
and you
Kerry,
take the
David.
goddamn claw, and you shut up and like it.
Yep. Helped make him a feared heel and gave him significant exposure to wrestling fans in the southern U.S. By the way, is it...
Southern people don't like you, Bundy.
it's Kevin that's still... Kevin? No, wait. Which
Who?
one's still alive?
Kevin is still alive.
Von Erichs? Kevin.
Kevin is still alive.
You're a
There
terrible
you go.
person. Go on.
All right. I am terrible. The stands out there.
But that was a great place to be back there. We had it going really good, and the Freebirds came in and they really topped it. And I'd been there about 2.5 years, and that was the end of my run, and I left it. I would like to have stayed a little longer, but, politics, wrestling,
You think that?
Eddie Mantel was the booker, and he replaced me with a guy called the Mongol, who was Gene Pettit, cousin Luke.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we replaced King Kong Bundy with the Mongol, you know, so
Right.
I don't have to tell you what I thought of that.
Just shed a tear. In 1985, Bundy joined the World Wrestling Federation during its national expansion under Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Oh, yes.
You look like a Bundy.
He was notorious, not Vince, but, you know, Ted Bundy, for demanding a 5-count pinfall rather than the standard 3-count to show total dominance over his opponents.
Dude, what a,
That's
like, honestly,
such a
like,
great
I remember
idea.
that from my childhood so much. Like, he would, especially when we'd fight prelims, he would look at the ref and he's like, 5. And then the ref would count 3, and then he'd be like, 5. And then the ref would count 4 and 5. So he pinned people by 5 counts to show his dominance, like that he was that. It's awesome. Like, it's fucking great.
Nice signature part of his heel character there. In a squash match at WrestleMania 1, this is Jess's favorite moment where WrestleMania was really going to open up and become mainstream. He beat SD Jones in what was announced in a 9-second win. So the real time was closer to 24 seconds. It was still one of the shortest matches in WrestleMania history that helped solidify Bundy's image as the Destroyer.
It is,
Yeah.
and we're going to get to later as well. It's the first WrestleMania moment ever. Like that Bundy
Oh, wow, yeah.
squashed him and beat him and set a record, air quotes or whatever. And like, hey, just fucking, they started the match and he just went up and he avalanched him in the corner. And then I think he might have done it again. And then like he splashed him on the ground and pinned him. And Jimmy Hart managed Bundy at this point. It wasn't Heenan yet.
King Kong Bundy, awesome strength. Awesome. I've never seen a guy like this guy.
Jones is hurt, SD. Look out, avalanche. Bundy with that big avalanche. Just crushed him. Oh, my God.
And a giant smash.
It's over.
It's over just like that. King Kong Bundy has demolished SD Special Delivery Jones in, I believe, record time, Gino.
Unbelievable history, undoubtedly, in my opinion, made here.
Right, yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think,
Jimmy.
did SD Jones take his Hawaiian shirt off?
Come on, baby. Yeah, he
Probably
did,
not.
but that was about
Oh,
it.
yeah?
That was the only offensive
about
move
it?
that SD Jones had, was he took his Hawaiian shirt off, and that was it.
In 86, Bundy was pushed to the top of the card and feuded with Hulk Hogan in the main event at WrestleMania 2 in a steel cage. Even though he lost, this would solidify him as a major player in WWF.
I don't even care what anybody says. First they toured the horn too. Like Hogan and Bundy did house shows together and everything. Like I loved their matches. Their chemistry was really good. And Hulk, I mean, whatever you want to say about him, because he sometimes liked to lie. Hulk would always say that Bundy would fucking hit him right in the base of the neck, like, and fucking club him. And then Hulk's like, man. And Craig and I always joke to this day, if you go back and watch WrestleMania 2, you hear him go, easy, brother. Because Bundy's just he is laying into him. And you hear like every time he hits Hogan, Hulk's all, easy, brother. Like, Jesus, like you're hit me in the base of the neck. Like that shit hurts, you know? And like these guys that travel every day and take bumps or whatever, yeah, don't fuck their neck up. So like Bundy was rough, like, you know, but I liked all of their matches because Hulk would get rough back. Like Hulk would lay forearms in and you would hear the clapping of the forearms. Like he didn't care. I like that. And I'm not saying I wanted anyone to get injured, but Bundy would make Hulk like, okay, I got to hit him back. Like I have to give him his receipt back. I loved their matches. I thought they're very physical. They had a lot of creative endings on the house show too. Hulk would just catch him off the ropes and hit him with a power slam and pin him. And like you didn't see that you didn't see that on television a lot. You know, Hulk not do the leg drop or Hulk not like do things like that was super pattern wise. And I always liked the Hulk and Bundy chemistry. And I liked the WrestleMania 2 main event. And Bundy is a WrestleMania main eventer. So there you go. Like he was a big deal. He was a big deal in the 80s. He should be in the Hall of Fame.
100%. After WrestleMania 2, he would feud with top names like Andre the Giant, the British Bulldog, with Big John Studd as his partner, Jake the Snake Roberts. He would also participate in mixed tags at WrestleMania 3. This is the moment, by the way.
Yeah, again. So he had the WrestleMania, and then he has the WrestleMania 3 moment where it's Bundy and two little people against Hillbilly Jim and two other little people, and he slams Little Beaver and elbow drops him, and it's the funniest shit. And listening to the commentary at the time, Monsoon and Ventura, they were like, "What the fuck are we watching right now?" And it's in front of 90,000 people at WrestleMania 3.
Right?
Like Bundy again.
His own little people partners turned on him. It was so funny.
Yes.
It just became this like,
He
what
made
are you
the
doing?
moment-
What did you just do that for?
He had the first WrestleMania moment at WrestleMania 1 against SD Jones. He main evented WrestleMania 2 against Hulk Hogan in a steel cage. And then he fucking goes WrestleMania 3 and body slams a little person and elbow drops. It's the greatest thing.
Just to make it legit, right? Like only the bigs are supposed to wrestle the bigs, right? And only the littles can wrestle the littles. That was how it worked.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. It was a mixed tag like you would be with men and women. So only the little people could be the little people. But then Little Beaver was a bitch, and he kept fucking with Bundy the whole match. And like Ventura's like, you just wait till he catches them. So and Bob Uecker was on commentary too.
Wait.
And Bob Uecker, after he did the elbow, he's I thought he was gonna pass out. Like it's the best. It's one of my favorite moments, man.
God.
Like I loved it. Like it's beautiful.
I mean, he dumped him for 6'5".
He slammed him, and then Monsoon's like, he better not elbow him. And like, Ventura's like, he's gonna splash him, and like Ventura's egging it on. It's just the best. Oh man, it makes me laugh. Holy shit!
There he is in there again.
Bundy's got him now. Bundy's got him.
Come
Smash
on.
him, Bundy.
Go. Wait a minute.
Smash him, Bundy.
Bundy slamming Little Beaver.
Whoa. Is he going to splash him?
He'd better not.
Ooh, he's going to drop the
Elbow. Good night.
Ooh.
Good night. Little Beaver unconscious, the bell ringing. I'm sure that Bundy's been disqualified. What for?
Oh,
Lovely.
fuck.
Bundy
Man.
left the WWF in 1988, reportedly due to burnout and a desire to pursue other interests like acting and stand-up
Stealing
comedy.
money.
I'm sure he did fantastic work in stand-up.
The airline food, huh?
right?
It's just the same thing. Airline food, huh? Anyway.
I said airline food.
Come on! I'm giving you everything I got! Come on!
Give someone an avalanche in the comedy club.
All right, that better be on the front. That better be on the front. Just telling you, Jess, mark it. In '94, Bundy made a comeback in the WWF, not because of his stand-up comedy routine, joining Ted DiBiase's $1 million corporation. He was used primarily as a mid-card monster heel, wrestling stars like Bam Bam Bigelow, Lex Luger, Razor Ramon. His major
Not the same
feud
Bundy
during-
at that point, sadly.
Yeah, he was way past his prime. And when you're that heavy for that long, and I don't think Bundy was famous for getting in the gym and all that shit like that. So I mean, you start deteriorating legitly after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
He had a major
And he-
feud with. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He was a good actor too, like his stuff with Married with Children. And fun fact, I guess, because the creator of Married with Children was
he was
such a
in
wrestling
Moving.
fan. Yeah, with Richard Pryor.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
And then, but the creator of Married with Children was a huge wrestling fan, and the Bundys were named after King Kong Bundy,
Yes.
Al
Aw.
Bundy.
Yeah.
I
And because
forget
the
that.
neighbors were the Rhodes, like
Yeah.
the Dusty Rhodes.
Oh,
So
that's
it's like,
right.
yeah, he was that much of a fan. And that's why a lot of wrestlers went on Married with Children too.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I thought that was a
I
very
love
cool,
it.
fun fact. Yep.
One of those major feuds at this time was with The Undertaker, culminating in a match at WrestleMania 11.
That was the worst. Well, okay. The
Well,
Giant Gonzalez match at WrestleMania, part of his streak, was probably his worst match, but I think Bundy was his second worst match. That match at
Close
WrestleMania
second.
11 was awful. Like, it was really bad. Bundy couldn't move
Yeah, he's-
barely. Yeah.
More spectacle than classic,
It was
right?
terrible.
So
Yeah.
that's when Bundy, to your point, Craig, he transitioned to entertainment. He appeared on TV, Married with Children. He played a relative of Al Bundy, acted in independent films, comedy sketches, and TV commercials. But he would still appear at conventions, right?
Well, if we're gonna go, we better get going. Because once we unload your mom, it's harder than hell to squeeze her back in. She kicks like a mule.
Uncle Irwin, are you gonna put your head in the salad bar again?
If you're good.
He autographed signings. He would even wrestle in independent promotions into the early 2000s. He did die on March 4th, 2019, at the age of 61. Complications of diabetes and other health issues. Yeah, it's I don't know. The thing about Bundy is if you think about what people were after, like the Yokozunas and the Earthquakes, Bundy, I don't want to say he paved the way, but he made it okay.
He was like he was a nimble big guy. Like, you know, when we were growing up,
Right.
like, you know, Andre was really immobile. We learned later because it was it was due to his giantism disease and his major injuries. But Bundy was like, he was a guy like, I know Bigelow wasn't as big as Bundy, but like Bundy and Bigelow and even Gang to a certain extent, like they were pretty
Yeah,
mobile.
One-Man Gang.
And when they would do stuff, you're like, oh shit. Like, when they bounce off the ropes and splash really high. It's like, I remember that style of wrestler, and you needed that for that Monster Factory.
Big Boss Man too, same.
But even outside of the Hogan feud, he feuded with Bigelow, Bundy did. And a lot of people, and you briefly touched on it earlier, after the British Bulldogs won the tag titles from the Dream Team, Bundy and Stud challenged them and did a tour, with them. And a lot of people don't realize that, remember that. And then when he went with Heenan, he was part of the Heenan family, and he would face Hulk in '88 as well for the title on Saturday Night's Main Event. It was kind of like a leading up to the Andre rematch or whatever, but Bundy was a big part of that. He beat Hulk by countout one time, and then that came to the rematch. And
right.
yeah, so Bundy was a big, even in '88, like he was a big proponent for the World Heavyweight title picture, and him and Hulk worked together really well all the time. And Bundy, it's a shame, that he left in like '87, '88 or whatever, and then had to come back in '94 when he was kind of like, a shell of what he used to be. But he did get, good TV time, and he took on, like I said, like Shawn Michaels at a time. I remember Shawn Michaels match on Raw and things like that. So Bundy was in there with the next generation, so to speak, of people. Yeah. But no, he's a big deal, man. Like really, he's one of the people that I'm like, but I think there's more notes, right, Dave, or is there not?
No, that's where
I want to say he might have jumped on a concussion lawsuit or something like that. And I think that's why Vince, like Demolition and him and like other people like didn't get into the Hall of Fame. I hope it changes now. There's no good reason to not put King Kong Bundy in the Hall of Fame. There's not. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. Again, main event of WrestleMania 2. Like, he main evented a WrestleMania. Like, I don't know how many. Not a lot of people can say that. Even there's been 87,000 WrestleManias. Now they're all 2 nights. But yeah, there's not a lot of people that could say they've been in a WrestleMania, and he drew a lot of money with Hulk and other people, and Andre and Stud, and all of those, and Bigelow, and so Bundy is a guy that
big part of the rock and wrestling era, or just after, right? I think he was actually a character, wasn't? Yeah. So I mean, WrestleMania 1, 2, and 3.
He was on an ice cream sandwich. That's for sure.
That was the Rocket.
Yeah. He was like, he had his T-shirt. I remember he had a T-shirt. Like in the wrestling catalog or whatever, he was like posing with his big T-shirt.
By the way, if you can find a King Kong Bundy T-shirt, I'm buying that shit. I would buy that right now.
Put it up. Let us know. But it's a nice, simple, quick, easy episode. Like, I think Bundy, there's a lot of people out there that should be in the Hall of Fame that are not. And Bundy is not, he's overlooked. He had a big part of the rockin' 80s, to Craig's point. And he was a big challenger for Hulk and a big part of that first reign that Hogan did.
There you go. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Videos.
Loser.
Idiot. Check us out. Loser. Check us out on YouTube at Our Wrestling Channel. And look to your left for several other video options. Or just follow on Instagram and really give Justin Ordinary.
I don't know how to do that.
O.W.P 2019. And Facebook if you want to have another 40-year reunion from your high school. You can do that too. So, for Jess, Craig, and myself, this is the O.W.P signing off. Have a good one.